Chapter 1. Reincarnation. United States of Saherta, York New City, 1998. Wednesday, November 12th, 7 a.m. In the periphery southwest area of York New City exists a residential area that looks like an abandoned place. Inside an apartment in an old building, a young boy with medium-length black hair almost covered his eyes. His hands and almost all his body is covered in bandages, making him look like a mummy, stood in front of the broken mirror and looked at himself with disbelief. Did I just got transmigrated? Just a few moments ago, he was on his way to his biggest fighting match ever on a car. When he was passing a crosswalk, he seemed to hear the roar of engines coming near him very fast. When he turned to the left, he had only the chance to see the thing that killed him before everything got swallowed by darkness. He didn't know how much time he spent in darkness. It seemed to him only a moment, but who knows, it may be days, months, or even years. When he opened his eyes, he found himself lying on a tattered bed and surrounded by several medical pills which were spilled all over the place. Shinji screamed from pain. He felt as if his head going to burst open. After a while, the pain eased slowly. He opened his eyes and looked at himself in the mirror with disbelief. "So that's what happened?" Shinji said as he realized everything. He received the memories of this body and knows all the ins and outs. When Shinji died in his previous world, his soul mysteriously got reincarnated into this world. But unfortunately, his memories somehow got sealed, and only when his previous self overused medicines and almost died, he managed to awaken his memories. What made Shinji even more surprised than his reincarnation is the world he reincarnated to. York New City, Hunter Association, Zoldyck family, aren't all these things in that anime called Hunter x Hunter? Could it be I traveled into a fictional world? This is unreasonable. Shinji's whole interest is fighting, but he unexpectedly discovered animes like Baki and Kengan Ashura and fall in love with their crazy and exciting fights. Since then, he entered this world of otakus. Watching animes becomes his third habit. Fighting, training, animes. These three things compose his life. Shinji naturally knows Hunter x Hunter anime. After all, the fighting scenes of this anime always made him on his edges. Especially the various superpowers or nen abilities, the power system of this anime is so believable. Heck, he even started meditation to see if he could open his aura nodes. Let's not mention this embracing past. That kind of power is what he yearns to achieve, but he knows it's impossible. After all, animation is just fantasy. But now the possibility to achieve this level of power seems in front of his sight. He looked at the mirror. He grinned wildly. Interesting! This is the world I dreamed for, a world with supernatural powers. What is the desire of a fighter? Isn't it to acquire more strength and fight strong opponents? Shinji always had a dream. He wants to know. What is the feeling of standing at the top of the food chain? What is the feeling of having the strength to destroy mountains, to catch the stars, the sun, and the moon? What is the limit? The peak he can reach if he lived in a fantasy world. He, Shinji Kuroda's dreams to stand at the apex of power. After all, only the strong can live as he wants. This is his philosophy of life. Strength can bring him money, status, women, and even protect those he cherishes. Shinji believes that this world is capable of fulfilling his desires and realizing his dreams. I must definitely learn Nen at all costs. This is the first thing he believes he should do because in this world, there are countless people with superpowers. You won't know when to unexpectedly bump into some crazy killer, so at least having the ability to self-defend is necessary. He doesn't want to die and waste such a golden opportunity to see his limits in this world. Shinji, who was looking at the mirror, suddenly fell into a trance. He stood there without making a move. If you looked at his eyes, you will find them already lost their focus and become soulless, inside Shinji's sea of consciousness. Shinji stood in what it seems like the outer space, surrounded by galaxies of colorful bright spots that look like stars. Where I am? Did I die again? God, this joke isn't funny at all. Just when he was full of expectation to his future in this new world, he unexpectedly appeared in this starry sky. Shinji can't think for other reasons except that he died again. But before Shinji continues complaining, Shinji's spiritual body suddenly shook in its place, as if he got an electricity shock. The spiritual image of Shinji opened its eyes, and everything became clear to him. "I hit the jackpot!" Shinji screamed in surprise. Shinji was shocked by the message he just received. Besides shock, he only had endless joy. His mouth curled up and a hearty laugh came out. Ha 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 ha! Shinji really can't hold his excitement anymore. He laughed till his heart content. Before he was already happy that he came into this magical world and had the opportunity to acquire unimaginable powers. But now he is 100% sure he will reach a height that nobody in this world ever reached. So how he can't be happy for such a thing? Heck, he even wanted to put speakers all over the world and let them all hear him laughing. "I, Shinji Kuroda, declare, I will be the strongest person ever, and nobody can stop me. Whoever dare to be in my way, I will crush him, destroy every atom in his body, erase him for the fabrics of realities, remove him from all the timelines. Ha ha ha!" What made Shinji so excited like this and even revealed his inner child? Of course, it's nothing other than the necessary golden finger of every world traveler. Shinji calmed down excitement and analyzed the message he received thoughtfully. "The myriad realm inheritance boundary." Shinji muttered the name of this starry sky he is in, or to be precise, his cheat. With the objective of creating the strongest being, the myriad realms inheritance boundary allow me to get the abilities, skills, experience, bloodlines, treasures of every character in all dimensions and realms. Sacrifice the souls of living beings or energy-containing treasures to get the currency of this boundary, which is soul points. Using soul points. I can draw characters randomly, but generally the more soul points consumed, the higher the level of the character can be drawn. The minimum price of each draw cannot be less than 10 soul points. And when you draw a character, you have one chance to choose freely one thing to inherit from it. But latter you need to pay the corresponding soul points to inherit other things from it. He repeated the message he just received, trying to understand every word and engrave it into his heart. After all, he is going to rely on this thing to realize his dreams. According to the message, I also seem to have a proprieties panel like those system novel where I can view all the skills and abilities I acquired and also know how much soul points I have. Then Shinji summoned his own proprieties panel following the instruction in his mind. A blue transparent screen appeared in front of his eyes. Host, Shinji Kuroda. Age, 16 Yo inherited character. None bloodlines, none special physique, none superpowers, none skills, none items, none soul points, 0. Looking at his proprieties that exude the feeling of poverty, Shinji's excitement cooled down. But soon he regained his fighting spirit. "I will definitely fill it in the future, I swear!" Then he slapped his head as he seemed to remember something. "Didn't the message said that I have one chance for a free inheritance draw as a newbie gift package? Let's try it now!" His blood boiled with excitement. "If I got Goku or Saitama, wouldn't I be developed?" Just imagining getting the bloodline of Saiyan or the limit breaker of Saitama Sensei made Shinji heartbeat like King's engine. Just as he was about to draw, he seemed to remember something. "Damn! I almost forget to perform my lucky ritual." In his previous life, Shinji didn't gamble too much. After all, he is always short of money, and even if he gamble on lottery or something else, he will make sure to do something beforehand to improve his luck, although he didn't know whether it will work or not, but at least it boosts his confidence. "God, I, Shinji Kuroda, offer you my prayer and hope to increase my luck just for the following hours. God bless me, I had been a good person in my previous life, and I will always stay a good person. When I see someone get bullied, I save him. When I see grandma or grandpa holding something heavy, I offer them helping hand. Then he started counting every good deed he did back. After 2 minutes of praying, he entered his sea of consciousness again. He appeared in the starry sky, then he muttered, "Gimme my fucking Saiyan bloodline! I mean my free draw!" Then Shinji saw a scene he will never forget. The whole inheritance boundary began to shake, and the bright, colorful orbs start moving around Shinji and surrounded him. He became like the sun surrounded by stars. He didn't have the time to appreciate this scene because a purple-colored orb came straight toward him and entered between his eyebrows. Shinji froze in his place. Then immediately a character's image appeared inside his mind. This is a middle-aged man who has a short gray hair, narrow eyes, and thick, roundish brows. He is wearing a scaly cap. Shinji didn't recognize this person, after all. He wasn't a full-time otaku. No! Where is my Saiyan bloodline? My Saitama's limit breaker? Damn! At least give me some Baki or Kengan Ashura characters. Looking at picture, he thought it was just a normal old man from some slice-of-life anime, which made him extremely disappointed. Sigh, it seems my lucky prey wasn't that good after all. Then a list of things that he could inherit from this character appeared inside his mind. Well, no matter how much weak this character may be, at least it must have something that I can benefit from. I will be more than satisfied if he knows how to cook. If he can acquire cooking skills, then it will help him save the money from buying fast food.